What have we got in this box then, eh? I wonder. Well, I know what's in the box, but I wonder if you can guess what's in the box. No cheating. Well, you will cheat because you're going to read the title. Or maybe I'll have a mysterious title. I don't know yet. Maybe I will. Anyway, so got a new Savage in here. That's what it is. I told you now. You don't need to guess. Yeah, we've got a new Savage in here. Got this from Wheelspin Models, alright? One of the best model shops, I'd say, in the vicinity of where I am. Well, it's nowhere near where I am. It's hours away, so I can't actually go to the shop, unfortunately. But, very good shop. They do a price match and things like that. I've got another box here. So I've got hump pack and battery for the roto start as well. Also come from Wheelspin. So we'll have a look. We'll unbox this now. We'll have a look to see what it's like inside, what you get with it. You know, just what it is when you buy one of these brand new. Now I know this isn't the first unboxing. I'm not bloody stupid. This has been unboxed galore probably. I don't know. I don't go and watch the videos on the internet. If I'm getting something, I don't watch anything. I don't want to be tainted by watching anything. So I would imagine there's been plenty of unboxings. I'm extremely late to the party getting one of these in my hands. But I like to do my own take on things. You know, I dare say, you know, ooh, I'll be able to help some people out. Maybe you're going to buy one of these and you want to know what it's like or whatever. So let's open up this box and see what we got inside this box. That's what we got, look. Savage XL 5.9 2026 edition. edition 5.9 Savage XL. The Savage was and still is one of the best Nitro cars ever made, in my opinion, and I dare say that's the opinion of some other people as well. My interest is, this is basically a re-release of the classic Savage, but what is actually different, what have they changed? So that's going to be an interesting thing. By the way, don't want to waste anyone's time any more than I already do. This video is going to be just an unboxing and look around. It's quite late in the evening at the moment, and if you've watched any of my videos, I do go on quite a lot. So the next video will be the running in video. Anyway, the box is always good to look at because they do spend time and money on the box. So we've got a picture of it with the engine, which is in it, big block power, 45 plus miles per hour. Apparently is what that engine can do, or they obviously mean the car. Nobody would ever want 45 miles an hour out of a monster truck. Monster trucks are meant for off-road. The wheels, the gearbox, HD 3-speed transmission, all what's that? Oh, aluminium. I thought that said aluminium. What the bloody is it, aluminium? Oh, I've been at work all day. Leave me alone. You can hear the motorbikes in the background. Everyone's going home. Aluminium header and tuned pipe. Aluminium. Right, 17mm hex hubs and a roto start 3 system. What else have we got? That looks like that's the bottom of the box. And on the side, we've just got another picture of it, the model number, another picture of it on that bit, another picture of it on that bit from a different angle, and then we've got a little diagram on that part there with the engine, what it looks like and all the other rubbish that we would expect from a box anyway. It's always important to admire the box because, as I said, they do spend time, money. You know, this doesn't just pop out of nowhere. They've paid somebody to design it, print it, make it. So the least we can do is take some kind of an admire of it, you know. Factory sealed, cut the sticker. Some model shops open up the box to check what's inside. Wheelspin don't do that. And that's not a bad thing against Wheelspin, I'm just telling you, they don't do that. At least the thing is, when a model shop opens up, that's interesting to see. When a model shop opens a box up and you get it and the factory seal has been tampered with it because they've opened it up probably to innocently check what's inside, you never know if it's a return or if they've played with something. So the fact when you get one that's factory sealed, I know that's just a sticker and they can just stick a sticker on, I'm not daft, but you know what I mean. It's good. So that's what we get. Literally, you just get a car, a transmitter and an instruction manual. You don't get anything else these days. You used to get, well, I don't know, let's open it up and find out. You used to get all sorts of things, you know. You used to get spanners, and glows. I remember when I got my first Savage 21, in the box come a glow starter and everything, you know. Don't do anymore. Roto start, loose in the box with a bit of bubble wrap around it. That's the thing. What else have we got? You get a spanner with this one, and you get turnbuckle spanner, a couple of spare screws, and a couple of R clips. This is a wheelie bar. You get a wheelie bar with it. That's bloody good. Personally, I don't like wheelie bars. I think they look daft. Whether we're going to need it with this one, I don't know. Probably. Should have a fair bit of power with a 5.9. And you get a spanner to do your glow plug and your wheels. And then we get a lovely nice instruction manual with a sticker sheet and the guarantee and information in there. 2.4 gigahertz radio system. Oh, my brain is fried, you know what I mean? You know when you've been at work 6 days, you know, 6 days out of the week and it's the end of the last day and you're just a bit fuzzy. Yeah, that's what I'm like all the time. Right, one car. Let's get rid of this box. Tell you what, let's move down onto the floor, shall we? Is that a bit of a better view for you? I think that's brilliant. Right, so we've got a little bit of grazing on the plastic there, but I think everything's okay. It's just where it's been in the box, turned upside down probably. I would imagine when it was with DPD, it was probably upside down a few times, you know. It's probably been upside down a few times on the way from China, because that's where these are all made now. You probably won't get many that aren't made in China these days, unfortunately. Anyway, there we go, there's our nice shell, nice blue one. The let's get that off of there. These are all held on with R clips, and it's actually got wing mirrors. Don't know how long the wing mirrors are going to last, mind you, but they're held on with the screws, a couple of screws. R clips are holding the front grille on, and the little vent things, screws, Allen screws, holding the little pretend roll cage on the back. It's actually a really nice shell, really nice. So there we go, one Savage XL 5.9 comes with your air filter that used to be an upgrade back in the 21-25 days. This air filter was an upgrade you had to buy, and then they started putting them on the cars anyway, which is a good thing to see. Radio box, obviously you've got your stickers and everything there to tell you don't be stupid. Carburetor and engine and everything. Nice exhaust. I've heard rumours that these sound different to the typical Savage with a 5.9. I don't know why, Perhaps they've redesigned the pipe or something, don't know. Just a rumour that I heard. It's a shame that they don't come with a primer bulb anymore on the tanks. The old Savages 21s and 25s, a little primer bulb to prime your carburettor, but you don't get that anymore. Very short piece of pipe going from the tank to the exhaust. Don't know why that's a very short piece of pipe, that's a bit strange. Yeah, they've got a nice long bit going from there to the carburettor, but a very short bit going from there. I mean, I'd have that a little bit longer if it was me, but I suppose it's just the way that it is. It's a really nice, that's a roto start. You've got your brake discs, you can't really see, kind of. Servo saver in there. Suspension. Oh, it's a really nice truck.
Trying to do a blooming fancy shot and I'm getting covered in spiders and spider webs.
Anyway, you lot know me by now. I'm milking this as much as I possibly can. So we're going to have probably 3 or 4 different videos on this monster truck. So this is obviously an unboxing. So we're going to have a proper look at it. Next one will be running it in, doing all that kind of stuff, first runs, etc, etc. Then we'll have a little bit of tuning and we'll see what it's like, see what it's all about.
Now I genuinely and honestly haven't seen any unboxings or reviews. I mean, a couple of links were sent to me by some people saying, hey look, have a look at this, it's the new Savage, things like that. I had a little skip through and things, but I haven't got a clue about it. So I think they made a good choice with the shell. I really like the shell, it's a very nice shell. You know, I'm quite old school, I like the old shells. But put that aside and give that this is supposed to be a new and improved version of the Savage. They did a very good job with the shell. I think it's nice, it's got a good feel to it. It's got some matte, that's matte, and that's gloss. You know, it's got different textures. The mirrors are a nice touch. How long they'll last, I don't know. Some people really like to beat up their cars, but the tyres, very nice tyre, nice wheel. 17mm hex on these. They changed that years ago, didn't they? Yeah, it's a very nice, well looking monster truck. The R clips are very stiff, as you would expect for a brand new car with brand new R clips. I think we've got pretty much the same suspension as the other Savages, really. I mean, obviously the older ones, what's that for? Oh, it must be so you can stick your little charge cable out or something. That's pretty cool. Because on the older radio boxes you had to either drill your own holes, which I never did, or poke the cables out the side, which is what I always done. I never like to drill holes in my radio boxes, but they've done it for you and put a little cap on as well. Anyway, so yeah, the older Savages had twin shocks on every 4 corner, where and then I don't know, a few years ago they decided to put some bigger ones but only have 1 on each corner, so you've got 4 in total. And I think these are probably pretty much the same suspension. To be honest, I think everything's probably pretty much identical to the old XL Savage. I don't think there's going to be a lot that's going to have changed, if I'm perfectly honest.
But that is actually a good thing. I was a bit apprehensive when I heard that they were going to release a new Savage, that they might change a load of stuff and make it not a Savage anymore, because a Savage is what it is because it is what it is. If it's different, it ain't a Savage.
You know, it's not what it is, and it won't be. It won't be a Savage. So they made an iconic design. They made an iconic monster truck, and if they was to change all the design, it's like when, you know, you might have some food, a certain, could be a cake or something you like, I don't know, soup or whatever, and you have it years and years and years, and you think that's the best, and you keep buying it, and then in their wisdom they decide to change the recipe, and then you buy it and you think, why am I not enjoying this? It's not what it used to be, you know. And then you realise they changed the recipe and it's never the same. And, you know, so when companies do that, it's a big shame. They think they're doing good, but they're not. They're doing bad. And so many companies do that with cars and things, and with Nitro cars. But HPI, the way I can see it now, they haven't. They've kept things. They've made visual changes, like with their chassis. Obviously they've changed that. They put an X in it, which they've done years ago anyway, and they put a bit of what do you call that? Bloody. It's not etching, is it? It's a print, that is. Anyway, they've put some of that on it and they've made it, but it is, above all, it is still a Savage. Inside there's a switch there where it always was. Inside the radio box, which they did make easier to get into, you can put a voltage indicator there. They made the radio box easier to get into years ago, so I am in favour of that, although I do like the older style ones. They don't bother giving you a battery thing anymore, because you always used to get the little 4AA battery thing. They don't even bother giving you that anymore, because they know that no one's ever going to use it, and they know that everyone's going to buy a hump pack and put a hump pack in it anyway. Must be some football on or something. I can hear some people shouting about some football. Anyway, they don't even bother giving you that anymore. They know people are just going to buy a hump pack and put a hump pack in it, so what's the point in wasting money, you know, putting that in? They probably... Yeah, so that's good. Put a hump pack in there. Obviously you get your HPI receiver for your HPI transmitter, which we're going to have a look at in a moment. So yeah, these are a lot easier to get on and off. I am in favour of these, even though I am a bit old school, but there we go. Let's go and have a look at the other things you get in the box. Right, let's see what else we got. So we've got the instruction manual. We've got this bag of stuff. We've got a spanner in there. Oh, that spanner looks a bit bad, doesn't it? What's that all about? What's that all about? I love HPI. I know a lot of people don't. But anything that I like, it doesn't matter if I like it or not. If there's something that's not very good about it, I was going to say it. So it's a branded HPI spanner. Quality. It feels rubbish. It just doesn't have. It just doesn't have the quality on it. Now look at that. It's all chipping off and it's not very good. The ones you used to get in the old ones, the 21s and 25s, much better than this. And in there, I don't know whether you're going to be able to see that or not, it's got the little cutouts for the little piece of metal in there that grabs the glow plug, but the little bit of metal in there is not in there. Might still grab a plug, I don't know. We're putting glow plugs in. So I'm a bit disappointed with that. When you're paying this much money for a ready-to-run truck, you know, I think you should get detail. I'm disappointed with that. We'll see how it goes, whether it holds up. Obviously, it doesn't really matter how it looks or feels if it holds up and it does the job and it doesn't break. But it hasn't got a very good feel to it, and the look of it, it's all chipping off. All the coating they've put on it is all chipping off, and it's just been in the bag. So that's not very good. But we've got a wheelie bar, which won't be being used, at least not while it's in my hands. Oh, that is. Oh, it's a plastic spanner. Got one of those little plastic spanners. One of the little ones. It's plastic though. They never used to be plastic. They used to be metal, and so they've started making them plastic now. And then we've just got some
servo horns, suspension spacers, and bits and bobs like that. So, and you got a couple of spare screws and some R-clips. So, you know, you get a few bits. I remember you used to get a VHS, and then after VHS sort of faded out, you got a DVD with it, and that showed that would be everything that you needed to know about running in and doing everything to your truck. I don't think you get that anymore, which is a shame. It'd be nice to have a DVD or a video with it, but I don't think you get that anymore. Probably they just don't bother. So the roto start, that's just flapping. The thing which is strange, I thought, you know, it's just flapping around in the box. Whereas, you know, you get a lot of things like Kyosho with the MP9s and things. The transmitter and any accessories and things, they're in like a little bit on the side in a box, so they're not flapping around. Whereas, for some reason, HPI have decided just to throw them in the bottom of the box, so that they're rattling around, hitting on things while they're in transit, which can't be good. I mean, it has not done any damage, so I can't. It's not a problem. But I just think that's a bit of a strange decision for them to make. Why would they do that? Anyway, there's the roto start. There's the little thing, stick up its bum. Put that in there, and then we start it up. Now I had to buy. It doesn't come with any type of batteries, so I had to buy separately, obviously, the battery that goes in the roto start. I just bought the. You know, it wasn't the cheapest, but it was the cheapest one that I knew was a good battery to go with it. I can't see the point in spending millions and millions of pennies on a battery for a roto start. So, and then we got a hump pack, because as I said, they don't even bother coming with the things these days. It's because they know that everybody's going to just put a hump pack in anyway. So you've got to buy them separately, which is fine, because you have to do that with any car anyway. Let's have a little look at the transmitter. What do you get for a transmitter? I want to know, by the way, in the comments, where in the world are you? Have you got one of these? Like I said, I was late to the party getting this, you know. Many people have already had these. They come out months ago. We're in 2026 now, and I think they were released. When was it released? It's escaped me when it was released. I can't open the bloody thing. But you know, it's been out for a few months in England anyway. I don't know about America and Canada and all that. But yeah, many people have already got them. I was a bit late to the party. Anyway, so we got. Nice transmitter. This is actually really nice, very nice. You put your batteries in there. This is actually a really nice transmitter. Do you know what? They've redesigned it. I've not had one of these transmitters. Well, for those of you that don't know and don't know what I'm all about, I don't buy new, right? I just don't buy new. I've not had one of these transmitters, so whether this is unique to this new release of Savage, or if it's been on one of the other Savage, I don't know. But this is a very nice transmitter. It's got a little door that opens up the top there, and you've got steering EXP, direction, you've got throttle trim and steering trim clearly marked, a bind thing, you've got reverse and forwards, left, right, back and forward. Okay, and then you've got channel 4 and channel 4. Oh, so you've got 4 channels. This is a 4-channel transmitter, and obviously it's a 4-channel receiver as well. So that's very handy. Very handy. Feels nice in the hand. This is going to be good. This is going to be a pleasure to drive, I reckon. Very nice. HPI have done well with this one. They've done very well. Denmark. Blimey. HPI Racing, Denmark. Oh, it's made in China though. I thought it was made in Denmark for a minute. No, made in China. Alright, well,
fair enough. Nice. Alright, so that's what we get. Right. And then the last things, I'm not even going to open this. I might do it. It's just a bit of tape. I thought it was a what's it. If it was just a what's it, if I had to cut it, I wasn't going to open it. But it's a piece of tape, so I can open it and reshut it and no one will ever know. So we get some stickers. Don't really know why you need a sticker of a grill, because it's got a real grill on it. HPI racing stickers. I don't know what the sticker up to the grill is all about. Pigeons and everything. Guarantee information, which we're not particularly interested in at the moment. Join my HPI free today. Scan or visit hpi.com. No thank you. This is just the instruction manual. Probably a pretty standard manual. Yeah, pretty standard manual. Tells you how to clean an air filter. It tells you how to do all that kind of stuff. Look, it tells you how to clean your air filter. So it tells you what to do. You can paint your car if you want. It tells you the tools that you might need. And stuff like that. The chargers that you need and spare parts bags and just a basic, well no, it's not basic, it's a fairly hefty manual. Everything's split, even your engine. Tells you how to rebuild your engine. So to be fair to HPI, they've always done quite a good instruction manual. So, and they're still doing it, which is great. Denmark. Yeah, so there we go. Right, I told you I was going to milk this, so I certainly will am. We've unboxed it, we've had a look at it. It's a fantastic truck so far. They're not what they used to be, but you don't get anything that is what it used to be these days. Everything's about cutting costs and trying to make as much profit as possible for the company. So, but you get a very nice truck. Oops, shell come off. You get a very nice monster truck for your money. So the next one you'll see on this, we'll be firing it up, we'll be running it in. Well, we're firing it up and running it in. That'll be the next one. I'm milking this. I'm not going to do it all in one video. Firing it up and running it in the next one, and then the one after that we'll give it a bit of a tune and give it a proper run around and see what it's capable of. And for those of you that have been asking me, I'm going to compare it to the older Savage. I've only got an SS and a 21. I can't compare it to a 25 or to another X or anything. I haven't got any. So we'll compare it. I'll tell you what, that's a good one. I would do that. That's a good one. The latest 2026 Savage compared to the very first original Savage 21 from 2002. That's what we'll do. Yeah, so stick around if you want to see that. I'll see you on the next one. Take care, you lot. All the bloody best. Don't take people for granted. Don't let other people take you for granted. And we'll all have a very nice, happy life together. Cheerio. All the best. Don't forget to put in the comments if you've got one of these, or if you're thinking about getting one. So far, I've only looked at it, but I can already tell it's going to be the bloody nuts. See you later.